Right now, digital payments taking the world by storm. You're probably familiar with the names in the United States mixing up the way you pay for things at the store. But our next guest is making it possible for small businesses in Mexico to go cashless. Let's bring in Adolfo Babatz, founder and CEO of digital payments and commerce platform Clip. It's great to have you on the program, Adolfo. I wanted to ask just kind of about what the landscape for digital payments looks like in the markets that you serve. Are you seeing a demand for more financial inclusion through your types of products? And what is your growth looking like in 2022?
Hey, Brian, thank you for having me here. So the outlook is pretty amazing. Here we have a mostly greenfield opportunity compared to other places like the United States. Here, the vast majority of merchants do not take digital payments. Actually, only about 15% of the total that could actually take it. And with Clip, we provide payment acceptance to, right now, 2 out of the merchants that come in the Mexican payment system that are new come through us, okay? And 80% of these merchants are new to digital payments. They only took cash. So what we're seeing in emerging markets, not only in Mexico, but also in places like India, Brazil, Southeast Asia, it's a huge demand for digitalization services. One of them, of course, being payments, but not only that, it's also financial services, e-commerce, and other stuff, right? But we are seeing quite a huge demand of this type of services. To give you one data point, we have become already the largest payment acceptance provider in terms of number of merchants by far in the country. And it has to do with this. There's a greenfield opportunity. Many people do not have access to these services. They have been overseen by traditional institutions. And we are actually providing them with a product and services that really help them with their business, that really help them grow their sales.
Yeah, to what extent do you think that's been accelerated by the pandemic? And how much of that has proven to be sticky? I mean, the thinking is that it was already moving in that direction, but once you get past a certain threshold, there's no going back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the pandemic did accelerate a little bit, Akiko, on this, especially on what we call remote payments, which is these are what in the industry's jargon is card not present, meaning you don't have to be physically present to do the transaction, e-commerce and things like that. But still, we also saw a huge increase in face-to-face transactions. It's not only the remote piece, but also the face-to-face. And actually what we're seeing right now across all the system in Mexico and in Clip is that the card not present or the remote payments still growing a lot, but it's not growing as fast. And we're seeing a huge increase in face-to-face transactions. And this is because merchants are using the services more and more and more. And consumers are also demanding that their cards are accepted and used, that they don't only pay with cash. So it's kind of COVID, it was kind of a shot, if you want to call that, okay? It was growing very nicely. COVID gave us, as an industry, kind of a shot of adrenaline that really kicked in the digital payment piece. Mm-hmm. And now it has become mostly permanent. That being said, there's still a huge market ahead of us because there's still, the vast majority of businesses still take cash, even in places like the United States. But in Mexico, it's even more, of course, more pronounced.
Adolfo, when we talk about the competitive landscape in this growing space, we know that the Central Bank of Mexico is kind of working, as is a number of other central banks, on the possibility of a central bank issued digital currency, a digital peso, if you will. Is that something that threatens your business if people are going to the central bank's digital wallet as opposed to using payments like Clip?
No, I mean, we provide payment acceptance to the merchant. It doesn't matter what the payment method they use. They can use a card, they can use an SMS, they can use a digital coin, they can use coupons, they can use payments in installments, buy now, pay later in US industrial jargon. It doesn't matter. We take anything. And when government issued coins take up, we will take it. And the best example of this is India. What we saw in India is the rise of UPI, which is this digital payment system, and it has benefited everyone because what happens, Brian, is it takes cash out of the economy. So the tide is so large, it just lifts everyone. And there's more digital payments in the system as a whole. So I'm really looking forward to have government issue coins because hopefully, it will take a lot of cash out of the economy, and that will benefit everyone. So no, for us, it's amazing. It's amazing news.
Well, Adolfo, we'll continue to track the progress. Hope to have you back on the show again soon. Adolfo Babatz, founder and CEO of